SimpliFlying by Usrula Silling, who's the Chief Commercial Officer of AeroSvit, Ukrainian Airline. She's been with the airline for 1 year, made some dramatic changes. And Usrula, tell us a little about yourself and what exactly is your role about at Ukrainian Airlines, at AeroSvit?
I am actually Chief Commercial Officer with AeroSvit, responsible for network development, marketing, global sales, bilaterals, product management, staff travel and commercial technologies. And I've been there for a year now. I've got more than 20 years of airline experience, frills and no-frills carriers. And now in the Wild East, there are a lot of new challenges actually where I can clearly use my experience of the past.
Fantastic. So you've been at AeroSvit for 1 year. What are some of the biggest challenges you encountered while entering a conservative ex-Russian territory type of market?
A lot of red tape, a lot of paper. I'm a paperless person, and they are used to lots of paper processes, including stamps. So one of the biggest challenge, first of all, was to ensure that I have a stamp for commercial to be fast with any agreements, with any activities, because this was for me very important as a sign, even for the staff, to show we need to reply fast in the market, we need to respond, we need to sell. That's basically our main goal.
Right, that's fantastic. So what are some of the biggest successes you've had over the last 1 year in this rejuvenation project?
For sure, one major thing is I introduced a Crazy Friday promotional campaign. Every Friday, special offers for the web, and accompanied by a big marketing campaign, and it rose a lot of press attention because it was never seen in the country. Everybody talks about it. Whenever I meet people, they almost greet me like a famous person when they hear that this is the origin of this campaign. And what we achieved with this is really additional attention, people buying flights which otherwise they would not have bought, even people queuing in front of our sales offices, which before they would not have done. So that's for sure one very big visible campaign.
Right.
But it also helped to motivate and to get the staff into this dynamic behavior, because before they were more reactive than proactive, and that is gradually really changing.
Right. I think one of the big things with ex-CIS states in culture is this: they're scared of failing, and that's why they were reactive, and then they probably would apologize for failure. How did you change this culture or overcome this?
I think one of the biggest thing for sure actually happened to me in one of the first weeks that I was there, when a mistake happened. Somehow it was a friend of the main shareholder involved, so that it got a big attention. And the typical reaction was someone needs to be punished. And the team was so afraid of this because this is what would have happened in the past. And I basically said, if anyone needs to be punished, it's me. Then I need to go, because then I failed. It's my responsibility if this is the issue. And I gave the message to the team. They knew this, of course. They were following this, and they were really frightened. And they learned that it's okay to make a mistake once, if it's a mistake not happening just by negligence, and to learn from this and improve for the future. And I think this built a lot of trust, and it made them really risk more and be proactive and really change things on their own without just waiting.
Right, that's very interesting. Now, you have two very interesting competitors in the market. One is Ukrainian International Airlines, which operates Western European routes you cannot operate, and the other is Wizz Air, which is always creating new buzz and it's always in the news. How do you deal with these two and come ahead?
Well, everybody is very envious of Crazy Fridays. So it's something which they really feel that this is missing. That's already one thing. The other thing is really with the team grabbing every opportunity, and we use the web a lot for this, develop it further, to realize that any customer also using the train or not traveling at all is valuable, whilst at the same time also the corporate traffic that was maybe neglected because the team was more phlegmatic in the past is really being grabbed, and now suddenly they feel more hurt. They feel that there is a lot of dynamics in the company now, and their life gets more difficult. It is of course a challenge not to have some of the key Western European markets, and we are also there looking at partnerships, for example with Air Baltics and others, and covering these markets via so-called, what I call virtual co-chairs via web cooperation, in order to simply enhance our network that way, circumventing the bilaterals.
Right, and I think to implement these virtual co-chairs, you have had to enhance your website and implement some of the changes there. And would you run us through a couple of very interesting changes that you have had on the website and how you've fought against the traditional beliefs to get this done?
Well, one basic thing, we had to get a lot of the basics right first. It doesn't help to get lots of innovation if the basics don't work. So it was really going through all the content, ensuring it's correct, ensuring it's up to date, both content-wise, language-wise, but also the way it is presented. The way the pictures are presented, or there were actually not too many pictures, it was very old-fashioned, so a lot of just a little bit more modern approach. Search engine optimization to get people into the shop, more product information because AeroSvit is not that well known, so just to show pictures, even simple pictures of the aircraft interior, because people think, oh, this is an old Soviet-style airline, so we can't travel with them, but once they see visually what the product looks like, it just helps. We also invented help for people on the web via online chat, basically just using low-cost chat tools, but providing help to people, answering questions fast in a still very cost-efficient way. Right now we are doing a whole restructuring, so the first phase was more, let's get some successes fast. Now we are doing a whole site restructuring, and we are also looking at booking engine enhancements and modernization. Okay,
and is social media going to play a role in this new website strategy that you have?
Definitely. Today, social media, because we first needed to get the basics right, it's more, we more look at it from the customer relations side, so we check anything regarding AeroSvit and just try to at least respond to the posting. Whilst in the future we will really look at enhancing, at getting more visitors and actively participating. That's something we are developing for 2010.
Great, and what other couple of plans do you have for 2010 which should get us excited about AeroSvit?
We want more personalization, and what we are doing is, I'm a strong believer that many companies neglect fully their corporate identity between above the line, below the line. What we are doing, we enhanced a lot our onboard magazine, made it more modern, added a lot of content for the customers. We are going to use all of this content for our web, and we are looking at getting some personalization, that the web also gets a fresh picture, the customer sees it's dynamic, it's not a static site. We are very careful, for example, about the cover of the magazine, and we will, each time we change that, every month the web will get, still remaining corporate identity, will get a new look and feel using Ukrainian art.
That's fantastic. Well, you've done a great job in the last 1 year, and we wish you all the best for 2010, and hopefully I'll get to fly AeroSvit sometime soon.
Thank you very much.